Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for The Flash. So let's start talking about this episode. So, tonight's episode was the mid-season finale and the Christmas episode. Usually, if my memory serves right, the Christmas episode is usually an episode before the mid-season finale. This year, they made it the mid-season finale, same thing for Arrow tomorrow. I guess because of the crossover and when they had the crossover this year. But let's start talking about this episode. Like I said, it's the Christmas episode, so we're seeing people celebrate and, getting into the spirit. But also the villains are getting into the spirit. We have the Trickster, played by Mark Hamill, as you might know as Luke Skywalker, or the Joker, kind of, showing his Joker side a bit more in this episode. We have Weather Wizard, who was the first villain on The Flash, and then, our kind of villain, kind of hero, kind of whatever he's going to be in Legends of Tomorrow, Captain Cold. And those are the characters that are the villains in this episode. And it's them wanting to ruin Christmas, wanting to, of course, kill the Flash, and at the same time, maybe killing children along the way, because that's how crazy they are. And so it's the job of the Flash and the rest of the crew to try to save the children for Christmas. And of course they do, with the help of actually Jay and Harry and Cisco. They're the ones who, figure out a way to get the bombs away. Along the journey, we do see a little bit more Patty in her development of why she became a cop, and she has a heart-to-heart with Barry, and it seems like next year we'll see the actual Barry saying, hey, I'm the Flash. It's taking long enough, because, with Iris, she especially is like, tell Patty. Tell Patty. So we're going to see that in next half of the season. And another big thing is that Wally is introduced in this episode, but in the very end, so I don't really get to see much of him, just kind of a little bit of a back and forth. But it's also the reveal of Joe finding out that he has a son, but still, having that relationship with Barry. It doesn't replace that Barry's his son also, which I really liked how they did that, saying, hey, I have a son, but you're also my son. And they did that in a really cool metaphor with the watch he gave for Christmas. And then lastly, we have Harrison Wells, Harry. He has to make a decision of if he's going to save his daughter or help Zoom. And he's going to help Zoom to save his daughter, and that was kind of the end. So what did I think of the episode overall? I'm going to say it was a really solid Christmas episode. Like, it was a really fun Christmas episode, but an okay mid-season finale. So let's start talking about this as a Christmas episode, as a regular episode. It was fun. The villains were over the top. I mean, Mark Hamill, he lands every joke. Same for Wentworth Miller, who plays Captain Cold. They are great. I'm usually not a big fan of the villain of the weeks, but this is the Rogues. It's supposed to be ridiculous. It's supposed to be, this ridiculous Christmas episode, and I think they did that really well, kind of making it over the top in a good way. And then there are some storylines that needed to be progressed here, like Patty's story. A complaint I've had with Patty's story is I feel like it's very much on the sidelines. I want to learn more about her character before I can say she's, a great character, and we're slowly getting that. I think she's slowly kind of becoming her own character, and I hope we continue that journey with Patty, because she's starting to get very interesting. Again, I can't say she's my favorite character on the show. I know a lot of people like her, but I still need a little bit more from her, and I think this episode was a great step towards that. Also, we actually got to see more Iris in this episode, dealing with the Wally West family drama. That's been kind of on the back burner also because of all the Legends stuff, and it was great to kind of wrap up that story, or, at least start the story, actually, build up that story, but it's very much just a build-up. It's not really, they didn't really progress the story that much. I think the next half of the season, we're going to see that a bit more. But it's not a shocker because we already knew about Wally, so I kind of wanted a little bit more from that scene. It kind of sucked that it was like the last 3 minutes we saw it. And so I think we could have explored that a bit more. And then it was great to see Harrison Wells, this kind of good Harrison Wells, turn to the dark side with Zoom and continuing that story slowly. I guess pun intended. And then we get to see Jesse Quick right in the end, and that disappointed me, of course, as a Jesse Quick fan. I want to see more of her, and I feel like she's just being used as a plot device right now, which kind of sucks, and she's such a prominent character in the Flash mythos, so hopefully they can utilize her more in the next season. That's been a very big disappointment for me as a Jesse Quick fan. And also another character I feel like that hasn't shown a lot of love in this season is Caitlin, and still that's prominent in this mid-season finale. She's just kind of being used as a love interest for Jay, and I really hope we can see more of Caitlin, even though she's had her episodes here and there. I really thought it could have been a really cool Caitlin episode here. I honestly thought there was going to be more Earth 2 in this mid-season finale, and it really wasn't. I feel like this Earth 2 story is going a bit slower, maybe because of Legends, and they just wanted this to be a fun episode, but there wasn't a lot of I would say there's a lot of information we already knew that was in this episode, but there wasn't any, you know, explosive thing that happened. We were like, oh my god, I can't wait for the next episode. It kind of just leaves you on, alright, here's kind of a happy note, and, you know, see you guys next time. It feels like one of those episodes where, like, alright, next week there's a new Flash episode, but there's not. So, that's why I say it's a cool Christmas episode. There's a lot of fun moments here, especially with the villains, which is usually my negative with Flash, with the one-shot villains. But I thought that was a lot of fun, especially leading into Legends and Captain Cold. And there's some good build-up throughout, but not really mid-season finale build-up. So that's my opinion on the episode of Flash. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. And of course, I'll be reviewing Flash when it returns. And I will review Arrow tomorrow. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links from my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.